Recognizing patterns. You'll be given questions where you have to come up with the next numbers in a particular pattern. To do this, you must first discover the rule. It could be a simple rule, or it could be a rule that is a bit harder to identify. So 2, 4, 8, 16. See here, we can see that each number is being doubled. Double 2, 4, double 4, 8, double 8, 16. Therefore, double 16 will end up being 32. Double 32 end up being 64. 12, 16, 20, 24. We can see that with each step of the pattern, we are simply adding 4. So therefore the next number will be 28. The next number will be 32. With this number pattern, we're starting at a larger number and it's going to be getting lower. So we can see 89 goes to 78, which then goes to 67. So we can see here we're looking at the difference, so subtraction. So minus 11 will get us to 78, minus another 11 will get us to 67. Minus another 11 will get us to 56. And then minus another 11 will get us to the number 45. So eventually we're going to get into negative numbers if this pattern continues. Here in this example we can see, well, it starts off with 1, goes up by 3 to 4, then goes up by 5 to equal 9, then goes up by 7 to equal 16. But what we're actually looking at here is we need to go a bit further because that might not entirely help us to figure out the answer. It goes up plus 3, then it goes plus 5, then it goes plus 7. So we could do it in the sense that we could just go plus 9 and then plus 11. So that will work. But what we can also recognise that these are actually square numbers. So 1 times 1 equals 1, 2 times 2 equals 4, 3 times 3 equals 9, 4 times 4 equals 16. So if we're thinking about the next one, well, we can just rub that out. It's going to be 5 times 5, which is 25, 6 times 6, which is 36. Here you have a number pattern going from large to small. So if you look closely, it's actually halving each time. So half of 84 is 42, half of 42 is 21, half of 21, that will be 10.5 or 10.5, and then half of 10.5 will be 5.25 or 5 1/4. I can write some fraction form as well. It can be 10, it can be 10.5 like that, and then it can be 5 1/4 just like that. This number pattern involves decimals, as you can see. So we've got 1.5 to 3, and we've got up to 4.5, then to 6. So as you can see, hopefully you've identified that we're actually plussing 1.5 each time. Plus 1.5, so therefore that will lead us to 7.5 plus another 1.5 will lead us to 9. You heard before about square numbers. Well, this one's a bit trickier in this sense because again, you could identify how the pattern goes up here just by looking at, well, it's going up by 2, and it's going up by 3, and it's going up by 4. So yes, in that sense you can determine the pattern, that's fine. But to understand it even further, this is actually, we're actually looking at triangular numbers. So triangular numbers can actually be obtained from building up triangles from dots as well. This is how they got their name originally, because the pictures, or the dots, look like triangles. So for example, if you've got 1, then if you've got here 1 plus 2, which is 3, then you can see here it's going to be 1 plus 2 plus 3. So you can see the triangles, and now the next triangular number will be 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4, which is a total of 10. And again, if I continue to make one more big one here, it'll be 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 and plus 5, you can see again we have our triangle numbers. So for the next triangle number, we'll just be adding another 6 more on, okay, and then that will equal 21, okay, and then here we'll be adding on 7 more to then equal 28. Here we have a number sequence involving whole numbers and mixed numerals, so to identify what the pattern is going up by. So to get from 3 1/4 to 4, well, we're going to be adding 3/4 each time. So again, to get from 4 to 4 3/4, we'll be adding 3/4, and again adding 3/4. So for 5 1/2 here, plus 3/4, we're going to be getting to 6 1/4. Then we're going to be adding another 3/4, going to get us to a whole number, which is 7. Here's a number sequence involving fractions, and it actually goes to improper fractions as well. So we can see it's actually going up, the numerator is going up by 4 each time. So here we'll be looking at 14 over 7, okay, and then plus another 4 is going to be 18 over 7. Here we have decimal numbers, and the pattern's going down, so we'll be looking at being subtracted 4/10 each time, or 0.4. So therefore, if we continue that, it's going to be 18.2, take away 0.4, which is going to leave us with 17.8, and we subtract 0.4 again, and we're left with 17.4.